Welcome back to another episode of Dad Mode Fantasy, where the sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the kids slept late, there were no fits, they got to school okay, everybody's settled, and you're 4 for 4 in the Final Four with your fantasy football leagues. My matchup this week is actually starting on Thursday. I'm playing the other highest point scorer in our league. He scored a few more points than me in that league, but I have Matt Stafford going Thursday night. I was really toying with the idea because Davante Adams is out to potentially start Gardner Minshew over Matt Stafford, and then I slapped myself in the face and said there's no way that I could lose this week by doing something so catastrophic. Minshew throws like 6 interceptions or something like that. They're -2 in this league. Or Stafford somehow goes off without Davante Adams in the lineup for like 3 touchdowns and 300 yards against Seattle. I can't have him get me all the way there and then not start him. I did see something interesting from my opponent, and he's actually one of the most formidable opponents in the league. He has 3 championships in that league as well, including me, and we're facing each other this week, and I saw him pick up the Rams kicker. I'm actually starting Eddie Pinheiro. It's the Niners kicker against his Brock Purdy and CMC combination. So we both think pretty similarly, and I was texting him this morning, and we were talking about it, basically just to neutralize some of that between our opposing teams. So I did see that Rico Dowdle was dropped, projected higher than maybe Gainwell for that Detroit-Pittsburgh game. Thinking about maybe doing that, but the total in the Pittsburgh game is actually quite about a touchdown higher than it is in the Carolina-Tampa game. So even if I feel like Rico might be a slightly better play, I could hedge on the fact that there's an extra touchdown available in the Pittsburgh-Detroit game. And I do expect Pittsburgh to be a little bit behind, which leads to Gainwell getting a few more touches. Could start Warren in that game. I don't know. After last game, I feel like Rodgers leans on Gainwell a little bit more for offensive efficiency than Warren. Also, waiting to hear on news that Marvin Harrison Jr. practicing or not. That's going to be big for me. I'm hoping he's not playing this week because I got Wilson in the lineup, and that just boosts him to potential nuclear status. I got to have Harrison Jr. sit for things to bode well for me this week. And really, I think that if the game goes under between the Colts and the Niners, I got a really good shot at winning this week because he's got JT as well as CMC and Brock Purdy. The Brock Purdy CMC, I feel like caps the upside unless, you're doing those screen passes for touchdowns to CMC. This opponent that I'm facing seemed a lot stronger earlier in the year when JT was really going off, but you got it tweaked back for CMC. I think this game could be a little bit of a dogfight, and I'm hopeful for more of a field goal game and should be able to pull out the win. Anyways, Thursday night, Davante Adams is probably out, so it's going to be tough for the Rams to get that game. It's probably going to be a no-touch game for me, although I probably would be on the Seattle side if I were to bet it. I do feel like Davante opens up the offense for the team, as just shown from this year and the record that the Rams have. Could be a little more difficult without him. So I'd lean Seattle side. Although, since I have Stafford, it's tough for me to bet the other side and then kind of root against my fantasy. So I'll probably end up no touching that. But I do like that I got the one win for Pittsburgh on Monday night. Probably later in the week we'll show up with a couple picks for Saturday or Sunday's games. And we'll go from there. So what are you still doing here? Count your blessings that today's riding smooth so far. Hope for no fits later on tonight. Hope the kids learn something in school. And that's it for Dad Mode Fantasy. We'll see you next time.